Welcome to the section 5, Docker Build Images. In this section, we are going to take a look at how Dockerfile works, building custom images, building multi-stage images, and building Windows images. Section 5.1, how Dockerfile works. In this video, we are going to take a look at what is a Dockerfile and how it works. So what is a Dockerfile? Docker can build images automatically by reading the instructions from a Dockerfile. A Dockerfile is a text document that contains all the commands a user could call on the command line to assemble an image. So we have one example here. Consider that you have your Node.js application. Your application has dependencies, and before you run your application, you have to run npm install, for example. And then after that, you can execute your application. In this case, we can have inside of the Dockerfile, we can have one step to fetch all the dependencies using npm install, and we can have another step to execute your application. So then the npm install would be executed during the build time, and the application execution would be executed when the image was executed. How it works? So I have two examples here. The first one is using the Docker registry that we built in the previous section. So the command is the same. The command to build one image is docker build, basically. -t. In my case, I'm using the Docker private registry, so then I should have registry.albertoviana.com/my image name. Or if I'm using the hub.docker.com, I will use my username, in this case is albertoviana/my image name. And then doing these commands, I can build my own Docker image. So for example, we are going to build a simple image here. The first step is to create a Dockerfile. Then inside of the Dockerfile, the first line is a from, and this from we are going to say from which image we are going to build our image. It's like the base image. So for example, I'm going to use Alpine latest, or I could use Alpine 3.6, 3.5, or any other version, specific tag that I want to. But in this case, I will use this one. And basically, with this command, I can build my own custom image, like Docker build. So if you type here help, for example, we can have many options. What we want to do now is just to build one simple image. We are going to introduce the commands on the next video. It's going to be docker build -t is a tag, and I want to use our registry viana.com/alpine. I can use here latest. It's missing one dot on end, because this means that my Dockerfile is inside of this folder. If we check now, we have the based image and we have our custom image.